Welcome to our 14th chat in the Fireside chat series entitled Staying the Course Through Business Challenges. I'm Dr. KD Ewulu, executive coach and author of the leadership book, Big Dreams, Making It Happen for Organizations and Teams. Thanks for joining me for this 15-minute chat. And if you're not able to join us live, you can watch the replay of the presentation at a more convenient time, either on LinkedIn, YouTube, or Facebook. Today, we're going to be exploring a mindset that I have named Staying the Course Through Business Challenges. We're going to highlight the most common challenges that business leaders and mid-level employees encounter. And we're going to advocate some common sense strategies for overcoming them and accomplishing our corporate goals. So let's begin. Discouragements occur in our professional dealings, period. Now, these discouraging situations can arise when things do not happen as planned, when they do not happen as quickly as we anticipated, or when we repeatedly fail. Now, regardless of whether we are grappling with delays, intermittent failure, or faulty procedural processes, we as leaders, mid-levels and entry-level employees have to stay the course. We have to persevere. I'll share my first quote from Richard Daft, a renowned leadership expert and author, which goes this way: master yourself, focus on the vision, face the reality on the ground, and energize creatively in order to move closer to your dream. Now let's look at how to deal with delays. We're employed as leaders, managers, and interns, and as such, are charged with the task of solving problems and handling challenges. Now, one of these tasks is dealing with delays. There may be delays with bureaucracy within our industry, delays with slow internal execution of tasks by members and team members, delays by government and regulatory requirements, or even delays caused by clients who engage in what we call scope creep. Let's look at bureaucracy delays. Bureaucracy delays can come from policies and procedures for accomplishing tasks within and outside of the organization. And yet, others could include overly cumbersome employee manuals, red tape, and rules and regulations. Finding ways to streamline some of these bureaucratic bottlenecks can go a long way in reducing delays, improving morale, and staying the course. Slow internal task execution can occur with improperly trained and inefficient team members. However, appropriate training, streamlined operating processes, and empowerment of mid-levels can help speed up task execution, helping struggling teams to stay the course. Now, government and regulatory requirements can delay outcomes because they often mean gentler learning curves, which I further describe as slowed learning of new governing laws. Utilizing things like talented informatics and human resource professionals to stay abreast of these developments, as well as a robust organizational knowledge management structure, will help teams persevere through challenges caused by delays, stay the course, and achieve desired outcomes. Now, client delays work on the understanding that the customer is king, meaning that our need to satisfy and retain our clients can lead to scope creep, an anomaly where final expectations can become incrementally larger due to unclear work descriptions and boundary delineations. We can curtail this by ensuring clear scope descriptions during the initiation and planning phases of the project, and by constantly communicating work progress and scope boundaries with our clients. Now, if for any reason the client wants more done, then tactful renegotiations of time and cost should be done before the onset of the added-on phases of work. Now, whatever the cause of the delays, we must have a patient mindset that positions us to weather the storm, to be flexible and adaptive, to seek outside help through outsourcing and offshoring, to be creative and innovative, and to keep the communication loop intact. We must also recognize what lies outside our control, manage our emotions and responses, and be willing to redirect things when required. Now, let's look at how to deal with intermittent failure. The road to success is often lined with incidences of failure. Failure facilitates a more refined and more effective product and should not discourage team members and leaders. We should see failure as stepping stones to success that helps build internal resilience and learning through failure. A few strategies for learning from failure include the lessons learned process, using NTs, which is my acronym for next time, and the power of no. Lessons learned is another name for the postmortem process, and it does identify actions we would undertake differently if we failed, and retain or improve upon if we succeeded. Now, this process usually occurs at the end of the assignment and focuses on actions to be remedied and not on persons who performed poorly. It's not supposed to be a finger-pointing exercise. Now, for more productive lessons learned sessions, external stakeholders such as past clients, consultants, and vendors should be added to the mix. And candor, honesty from field operatives should be encouraged. Of course, a safe work environment where frontline executors do not fear the loss of their jobs or punitive measures due to task errors should have been engendered in the past prior to the expectation of transparency from them. If necessary, an anonymous survey can be a good tool for eliciting honest feedback. Next time's NTs is a gentler name for areas for improvement. And this refers to tasks we intend to perform better at next time. Failure allows us to identify those tasks that we could improve upon and figure out probable solutions or alternatives for improvement when we handle similar projects in the future. Research, development, innovation, and transfer of knowledge and technology are some strategies leaders can embrace so as to arrive at better solutions and procedures as they engage in NTs. Leveraging the power of no is an art where we must all learn to say no to past practices that led to failure. Staying the course requires that leaders be humble enough to acknowledge where mistakes were made, where inefficiencies occurred, and escalation of commitment was practiced. Being able to say no to practices that did not yield expected returns on investment will curb the specter of escalation of commitment, which happens when leaders throw resources at an idea that is not yielding dividends, simply because the idea originated from an influential or respected team member, often the team leader. Finally, we're going to review how to accept blame as a team and not as individual team members. To stay the course during execution, leaders and mid-level managers must change their mindset to be all-inclusive. This means that when a team member does a great job and the team or organization succeeds, we succeeded. And when he or she does a poor job, drops the ball, or the team or the organization fails, we failed. We build team confidence and a sense of belonging when the entire team or organization owns their successes and likewise their failures. We should therefore always focus on the we and avoid the me. According to one of my quotes in this same leadership handbook we're reviewing, in 2022, that quote says, leaders accentuate the we, followers emphasize the me. Let me say that again. Leaders accentuate the we, followers emphasize the me. Now, I'm going to ask us to get prepared for broadcast number 15. Get prepared for broadcast number 15. Just as you can see there, grab my book, of course, at the QR code that you can see there on the screen, on the background, on the left of the screen. You can see that QR code there. So grab a copy of that book. The link there For the paperback is shown there, and the link for the ebook is shown there as well. There are two different links. Or you can just go ahead and take a picture of that QR code. That will take you to the Amazon website where you can pick up a copy of the book. Another thing I want to share with us is if for any reason you want to learn some more about how to handle your organization, how to reduce wastages and improve your efficiencies, smoother team dynamics, leadership practices, doing more with less, communicating, and all that good stuff, go ahead and book an appointment with us. As you can see on the screen there, calendly.com/KD Leadership/30 minutes. Then we can talk with you and lead you on and talk to you about the two of our signature programs that we have. The first one there is what we call our CTP initiative details. The link is there on the screen. And the last one is the annual coaching subscription information, as you can see there on the screen. I'm giving you a couple of seconds to take that screenshot even as I move on. All right. So I'm inviting you to join me in 2 weeks' time on this same platform as we continue our review of my leadership book, Big Dreams, Making It Happen for Organizations and Teams. In our 15th broadcast entitled Staying There, How to Avoid Team Dysfunctions, we'll learn about standard dysfunctions of teams and how to overcome them for greater accountability, productivity, and camaraderie. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn to receive notifications about these fireside chats. We have a few more chats scheduled every other Monday until sometime in October 2024, when we must have completed the precepts outlined in our book, Big Dreams, Making It Happen for Organizations and Teams. I want you to have a focused, successful, and satisfying 2 weeks. And I'm going to see you at our 15th broadcast on Monday, September 16th, 2024, again at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is Dr. KD Ewulu. I'm asking that you plan your work your plan fastidiously, prepare contingency plans for unforeseen events, learn from your mistakes, be willing to say no, find innovative ways to reduce delays caused by bureaucracy, and stay in the fight. Stay in the fight. When you do these things, I promise you, you will get to that light at the end of the tunnel. You will succeed. Cheers. Take care, and I'll see you at our next broadcast coming up in the next 2 weeks. Take care of yourselves and keep the faith. Bye for now.